Well, Brian Myers is a North Korea analyst at Dongseo University. He joins me now from Busan, South Korea, rather. Thanks so much for speaking to us. Brian, some are saying this really is just more of the same. Others see it as more of a breakthrough. I'm curious to know where you stand.
Well, I think we need to get away from the America-centric view of the peninsula, which is that everything revolves around nuclear weapons. The reason that the North and South Korean leaders met was not necessarily to denuclearize the peninsula. It was to work towards unification. And that was what was agreed upon in the April summit in Panmunjom. And today in Pyongyang, they basically worked on ways in which to further defuse tensions between Pyongyang and Seoul. And they agreed on a no-fly zone, on creating a buffer zone. They made quite a lot of steps. The problem is they didn't really achieve anything that the Americans find very interesting. And if the Americans do not relax sanctions on North Korea, then what the two Koreas have agreed to do with each other is going to be very hard for them to realize.
That is the problem. I mean, does real progress now then lie in the hands of the White House?
Well, I think it does, to the degree that what is probably going to happen now is Donald Trump is going to agree to a second summit with Kim Jong-un. And that is what both Koreas are hoping is going to achieve a breakthrough. What they want is for the Americans to agree to sign an end of war agreement. In other words, an agreement that would end the hostilities that began in 1950 when the Korean War broke out. Now, the Americans have been hanging tough on this and saying they won't do this until the North Koreans make a very significant concession towards denuclearization. Now, what Kim Jong-un promised was to dismantle a missile engine test site. And some experts say that's not going to be enough for Donald Trump. Personally, I think it will be enough because Donald Trump wants to take part in that summit. He likes negotiating. He likes Kim Jong-un personally. I think it's going to be enough for him.
Let me ask you this, though. I mean, this all seems to be happening very quickly. So do we have any idea about how the North Korean people actually feel about this? They've been isolated for so long and always told that South Korea is the ultimate enemy. So how are they feeling? What's being said in the North?
They believe that their leader is so wonderfully charismatic and such a brilliant negotiator that he has managed to bring the South Koreans around to his vision for unification. Now, the North's vision for unification has always been that North and South Korea first form a league or a confederation, and then after this transition period, they move on to full unification. Now, a week or so ago, North and South Korea opened a joint liaison office in Kaesong, near the North Korean side of the DMZ, and this is already being described as a first step towards a league or confederation. So the North Korean people are proud of their leader. They're very supportive of the whole process.
Very interesting. Okay. Brian Myers, we will leave it there. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.